It's Fun Friday here at KOKE FM, and I want to welcome to the microphones and I mean this complimentary. We bestow a title on folks that really accomplish things for others and don't just think about themselves. And it's called a community do-gooder. And there's nothing better than a community do-gooder. Here is one of the premier community do-gooders who is not here for credit, and I can tell by the look on his face I'm surprising him by saying it. A fellow known as Pee-wee. Pee-wee, it's so much not about you. I don't even know your last name.
It's actually Blake Henson. Pee-wee started...
Your last name's Blake slash Henson? Or?
It's actually Henson, but Blake... my mother gave me the name Blake Henson back in the day, but the gentleman across the hallway was the guy that started that whole Pee-wee thing, and it just hasn't ever left. If you had a quarter for every time somebody called me that name...
Well, that's all they've ever told me you are.
Yeah, that's good.
Because for the last year, I'd never met you, but for the last year I've heard, well, Pee-wee this and Pee-wee that, and, well, you can imagine...
let's just hope it's all good.
Well, it absolutely is. Well, Pee-wee is involved in, he's a firefighter, right?
Yes,
If I remember right?
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Involved in yet another community do-good project that may interest some KOKE FM listeners this weekend. It's a golf tournament?
It is it's the Central Texas 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, and what it is we honor those 343 firemen that perished on that bad day we had on September 11th. And so what we do is we do a stair climbing golf tournament. Tomorrow will be the golf tournament out at Shadow Glen Golf Course, and that starts at 1 o'clock. It's a shotgun start, and still time to register for that. And then Sunday...
How does the stair climb work?
The stair climb's crazy. When you get there in the morning...
So I'm sorry, I'm slow. I'm from South Austin. Where are you from?
I grew up in South Austin, right behind...
Oh, so we speak same language.
Absolutely.
All right, so there is a stair climb and there is a golf tournament.
Two separate events. So the golf tournament's tomorrow on Saturday.
And you said at Shadow Glen. That's Manor.
That's Manor.
Yeah. Where's the stair climb?
The stair climb's going to be Sunday in Austin, Texas. It's at 303 West 6th Street. So it's it's right downtown. Easy to find, easy to get to.
Is that a building?
Yeah, it's a building downtown.
Makes sense, yeah.
It's the Thomas Properties Group building at 303 West 6th Street, and they've been a partner with us. This is the third year that we'll do this.
How many floors?
You'll cover 110 floors in one setting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. But, those guys did that, on that day, and that's kind of why we do this. We start out with a small ceremony. Pipes and drums will be there. Coit Kessler is a good partner of the organization, and he'll be down there with some of Austin's finest firefighters. It's amazing. There's folks coming from, I would say, just all over the state, but we always give like a trophy. It's the roaming trophy now. And I've got a lady and two other folks that signed up that are coming all the way from California. So it's
wow,
cool. Yeah,
you made it quite an event.
It's good, and there's 26 or 28 stair climbs across the U.S., so it's an honor to be a part of this and help raise money for the National Fallen Firefighter Foundation.
Now, because that activity is limited to a stairwell, you've also limited the number of climbers, walkers, climbers, whatever you'd classify it as, to a little over 340. Yeah, that's about it.
It's 343, which stands for the number of FDNY firemen that passed away on 9/11, specifically on that day, because we know now that the tragedy carries on through years, and we've lost more firemen and folks outside of that. There are over more than 3,200 people that perished that day. So it's just our way to give back. It's a fundraiser for us. It's a fundraiser there.
Now, you say fundraiser for us. Your organization is called Texas Firewalkers.
Correct.
What is that?
What we do is we assist families that are displaced by residential fires here in the community, pretty much all over. I mean, we've had folks call from the Valley and said, hey, listen, we had a family in this whole firefighter network, and they're like, hey, can you help out? And we do what we can. Walmart's a great partner. They always help us raise money, and they give back. And a majority of the time, if somebody calls, and it's crazy to think this, if the number one thing, and I tell this to everybody, is if your house burns down, what's the number one thing that you think you'd want?
To get your personal life possessions that can't be replaced like pictures back, but I realize that's probably not your question.
No, that's it. That's
it is?
But you know what the number one request is when we go to somebody's house?
What do I need?
Yeah.
I'm guessing clothes.
Amazingly enough, people run out with their cell phone and don't make it out with the cell phone charger.
A charger.
And I promise you,
sure.
80% of the time, and what can I do to help? Well, I don't know anybody's number, and my phone's dying. Can you get me chargers?
Interesting.
So we've got some partners that help us out with that, and they'll just send me a box of chargers and go, hey, here you go when you get to the scene. So,
how about that?
But it's a good, it's a good cause, and it's not. We started this way before the Bastrop fires. I was a fireman in Bastrop when this kind of came around, and we just raised the money between Bastrop Fire Department and EST1, which is where I worked originally, and it was one of those things that we just got it to where there was too much money to put in Chief's drawer, when we needed to assist a family, and we did our first air climb. And we're like, whoa, this is getting real. We gotta step up, and so we've been pulling the organization around and getting the official and the 501c3. That's a whole nother ball of wax. It's amazing how far.
Yeah, whatever you do, you got that designation.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Don't.
Well, we're getting there. We're riding.
Don't mention Tea Party or anything like that.
Yeah.
It'll be ugly.
Exactly.
Good luck.
Yeah.
But this event of yours has gotten so big. I noticed that the whole event is hosted by radio personality, it says on your poster.
Yes.
David Anderson.
Yes.
Wow.
This is opportunity number 2. About this time last year, we know he was...
Did y'all not know our call letters were KOKE FM, by the way?
Yeah.
He's got radio personality.
Well... We know how that works. And
you want to get publicity with other stations?
No, absolutely
well, you should.
not.
No, you should. No, that wasn't a lecture. That was we know that. Believe me. Yeah. Like if you put David Anderson's there, that'll chase some stations away anyway.
Yeah.
From helping you get the word out.
And women
but I
and
don't think there's anybody.
I can name a few.
Yeah.
But you put KOKE FM on there, ain't nobody going to help you. Well, seriously, that's there's a lot of that stuff going on. They're competitive.
I'm all about that. I mean, this is the best radio station that's hit the air since I can remember it when it left.
Thank you.
So it's beautiful. So. Yeah. I'm a 100% KOKE FM fan. If there's anything else,
I know that. You're a fan, man. You do a lot of good. This is not just a piece of the community work that I've been exposed to that you do. And so I wanted to make sure folks knew about it. The golf tournament, again, is tomorrow at Shatta Glen. So Scotty Bennett, your buddy, right?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Scotty's putting all the information up for the Central Texas 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb and Golf Tournament. You play golf on Saturday, and you still have room for climbers?
Climbers on Sunday. And not, but I just got to tell everybody, at no point is this a race. If you only make it 10 stairs, it's the fact that you're carrying the accountability tag of a fireman that perished. It's huge. We spent tons of hours at this point putting the accountability tags together this year because it's so special. I'll send them to you guys and you can see them. But everybody gets a goodie bag. I mean, it's full of golf towels. There's an awesome challenge coins in there that we make a challenge coin every year to represent, and it also gets you the membership into the organization. We're real easy. The goal with Texas Firewalkers now is just to get out there. Just so if somebody in the community knows that there's an issue or somebody's lost their home due to a residential fire, that themselves can get on the website and send us a message, and we'd love to help.
And Pee Wee, let me pre-promote. You got a chili cook-off too coming up too.
Oh yeah. October 5th, we're doing a chili cook-off out at Bentwood, Texas, out in Georgetown. It's going to be another great event. We did one in March and it went over so well. We raised about $10,000 in a day.
What?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, my man. Wow.
All of the chili cook-off. I mean, all the barbecue teams said we want to do this again in 6 months, and I said, well, we're not going to do barbecue again. We're just going to do chili. So. Yeah,
and maybe this time I can pick up those Houston Texans shoes that I bought at the silent auction that somehow have evaded me.
I've been wearing those, so I got my foot smell in them for you now. But
they're girls' shoes.
High heels, all glittery for you.
David gets to drinking, he'll buy anything. I figured that out over the years.
I'm going to learn that. I got a silent auction tomorrow at the golf tournament. I'm going to have him bringing the Baileys, brother.
All right, so Central Texas 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb Golf Tournament, a project of Texas Firewalkers. More about that organization as well as the actual events that are taking place this weekend on the morning show page. Click on my big old fat head after you go to KOKEFM.com. Community do-gooder Pee Wee.
I love you, man.
Hansen. Pee Wee Hansen.
Yep, that's perfect. Yeah, Henson, H-E-N-S-O-N.
Oh, Henson.
Yes,
forgive me.
Yeah, like the Muppets.
Yeah, Jim Henson.
Jim Henson. Without the money, though.
I did have one last question, especially for our firefighting community. Again, this event honoring the fallen firefighters that our community and nation has known, and also specifically those that perished on 9/11. Of course, today is what's today, the 6th?
6th.
Yeah, we're getting real close to...
7th.
9th? What is today?
Today's the 6th. Tomorrow is the 7th. Our golf tournament's the 7th and 8th. It just runs together at this point. It's so close.
I notice everybody's off this week, and it had to do with, I think, having Monday off. Let's blame it on that.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you, for all the folks in the community, but particularly firefighters, what department are you with?
I actually work for the best fire department in the district, which is in the county now, is Travis County ESD 12 is where I work now.
Where's 12?
We're right here in Manor.
Right here. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, and that's me bragging about a fire department. We always got this pride in what we do, so I'm proud. I just became a member of that department about 6 months ago, so it's pretty awesome.
And you're working with good people.
Absolutely.
Great to hear.
And the community, we get to see the folks here. You get out more. I mean, we're one of the busiest fire companies in the house with the single fire truck, and we run probably anywhere from 8 to 15 calls a day, so in a 24-hour period, I don't get much sleep when we roll this out to do charity events. So,
yeah,
but I love the schedule. I wouldn't ask for anything more. I'd have done it a lot earlier in my career and gotten out of the fireworks business a lot earlier.
So wait, that's bizarre. You went from fireworks to firefighting.
I still do them both. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When Chester's place burned down a couple of months back,
and it wasn't that ironical, as we say in South Austin.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah,
it was pretty wild to see how that went. They were like, "What? You're showing up to put out a fire at a fireworks place?" Story of my life.
Pee Wee Henson, community do-gooder. Let's chat more in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity, man. I love
talking about. Thank you for that as well. But thank you for what you're doing and always involved with. And if we can help get the word out, I know there are KOKE FM listeners right now saying this is a good thing. Not only are they proud to hear it, some might even be motivated and incentivized to get out there and support as of tomorrow. That information at KOKEFM.com.
Awesome.
728, joining us next is Longhorn legendary former quarterback, Chance Mock, and BestSportsReport.com. We're going to find out about that game tomorrow. We're going to even explain to Eric where Provo, Utah is. That's coming up.